Full Android operating system on a PC? How is that even possible? In this video, I will show you how. So here I have a computer from, I want to say 5 years ago, but I know that the computer came out, I think 7 years ago. I got it 5 years ago, and now it's just a hunk of junk. It has to be plugged in for it to run for more than like 20 minutes. At least I can move it around. The hinge over here is broken. I can pull it apart whenever I want to because I took out the screws. Screen's good enough. The speakers aren't too good. It's old. That's all I have to say. So I mean, seriously, how does this happen? So I have here, this is my old hard drive. I didn't erase anything on the hard drive to do this, so basically over here it'll boot up into Remix OS, which is the operating system that you need to use. So how you do it is you just go to the Remix OS website, link will be down below for it. You just follow through with what it says, and then you install it, but it'll install as, if you install it onto C, which is your normal hard drive, it'll just install as it'll install as a partition, meaning it'll do dual boot. So you won't have to worry about losing any of your other files. So I still have my whole Windows 10 that I had in this computer on this computer. So it's just Android 6.0.1 right now. Eventually, I hope for it to be updated to the Android 7, which eventually it will. But it takes its time to originally boot up, but that's faster on some computers. So let's follow through with installing it. Don't shut it down at all when it slows down. Make sure it's plugged in the whole time, so you have no issues. And then it just boots up. For me, it takes its time just because this is an older computer. But it boots up, and the nice thing is once it's booted up, it's pretty fast. And then it should load. Okay, so then some apps can go into landscape, which makes them big. So then, yes, as it says right here, congratulations, Redux is properly installed. So over here, I went over here, it was pretty nice, and I found out that if I go into the settings, and I make it full screen, I go all the way down, I see the option Super User. So, what the heck? So this is basically Super User. So I have Super User on here. It works. The only thing I really can't get to work is Snapchat. It's the one thing that just freezes on me for some reason. Could be also because it's just the beta. I mean, I use betas on this type on everything I use, so that really could be it. So this pops up for me for some reason. I'm going to exit. I'm going to try to see how I can get out of Snapchat now. If you right click, you can quit apps that way. There's a way when you first activate it, there originally tells you to, if you want to do Play Activator. If that doesn't work, there's an app over here to double click. By activating Play services. You're solely responsible for protection of your data and your device, blah, blah, blah. It says yes, let's activate. Then, instead of using Remix Central, which my Wi-Fi isn't connecting automatically for some reason, which if I do it, I can reload it. And for some reason, it just gives you all the recommendations. So that's all it does. So I went to the Play Store, and I got it on here just by enabling Google Play Activator to enable Google Play services. And then I got a bunch of apps. So the one I'm going to open up is this. And my score was rated 87041. Pretty sure that it can actually be a little faster. I don't really know. Yeah, that's actually faster for some reason. I want to see what my score will come out to now. Now this is basically a fresh install because I haven't used it other than adding Showbox to it. And Lucky Patcher since it's rooted. So I have those two apps. There's not much more besides for the base, like some little basics to test it out. So once this testing is done, we'll see the score. It's going faster than I expected it to. Okay, I think I just slowed it down. Whatever, off-screen rendering. It'll tell me, please refrain from using 3D games. This is an AMD A6 processor, 4 gigs of RAM. It only allows me to go up to 32 gigabytes well, using up the hard drive is 32 gigabytes of RAM. And then there's the screen, which is a 1360 by 768, whatever the basic screen is. The reason why I really just installed this on here is because I want some Android. I'll try some Ubuntu on this also. But I mean, because the fan runs constantly loud, so I can't use this for any real schoolwork. I have another laptop for that. So I decided, why not just fool around with this laptop, see what I can do with it. See what basic stuff I can do with this laptop. Have some fun. Have some fun being able to have Android on here. Like now, if I want to watch a movie through Showbox, I just boot up this computer here, select the Showbox, I select Remix OS, then select on the Showbox, and just look up the movie I want. I can stream it from here, I can download it, and then I can have it already. Like let's say you load it onto a computer that has your normal operating system, but you want to use Remix OS too. So you would load up Remix OS, you go on Showbox, you download the movie, transfer it to your normal hard drive, and then you can go back onto your normal hard drive and you can use it that way. So it's at 60% now, 62. It's doing a good amount of stuff. You can probably hear the fan over here doing its course. It's an HP Pavilion G6, just so you know how old it actually is. And that means that it's literally is old, because the only HP Pavilion G6 I've seen that was resold was one that was repurposed with Windows 8 on it. And it had all the same specs as this laptop. They just put Windows 8 on it and sold it again. I think they're just getting rid of the stock. So let's see if this score comes out any different via it being just booted up. And then we'll definitely see if this computer's faster than the last score. But for if you want Android and you can't really, you want to be able to fool around with something, and you want to be able to have an extremely big screen, but you don't want to buy a tablet. If you have a computer, this is really perfect. If you have a big phone, 6-inch screen, then that's something for you. If you have anything really and you just want to put Android on there, I think this would be a good option to use because it's rooted automatically. You're going to get updates for as long as they make this, which will be a long time if people continue supporting it. You can donate towards it before you download it. I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff that you can do. Now, 87,393. Better to play 3D games in low quality. High-end supports large apps. Well, 8389, that's actually high. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on ranking. Now, as you can see, the OnePlus 3 has a 140,288. Whoa, it's bad. My device is over here, just above a Note 7, a Note 5, just because my computer, it's brand Jide, HP, okay, HP, see if it'll focus a little better that way, no. Whatever, HP Pavilion G6 notebook PC, 6.0.1 64-bit, dual core, Gallium 0.4 and AMD Aruba. Resolutions, well, that's not a good resolution. Now, 0.3 megapixel camera, no IMEI. RAM total 3427, available 1812. Has 32 gigs of space, blah blah blah. All the basic stuff. So there's not much that it actually supports. But I mean, you can play any game. I can go here. I can open up the Play Store. Let's say I want to go to games. I want to go to games here. Just going to go to top charts. I can play Pokemon Go from my computer. I can play a lot of games. So I'm just going to download Rolling Skies. You can X that out. There's a notification center here too. 3, 2, 1. Installing, and it takes a couple seconds to install, that's for sure. It's a lot faster to install than a standard laptop or a standard phone. So let's see here. Let's make it full screen. And it froze. There we go. So I'm going to show you this. Now my computer, this computer doesn't have Bluetooth built in, but if you had a Bluetooth computer, you'd be able to play things through Bluetooth. So I'm gonna let it. It's not loading. Maybe it's just the first time that it's not loading. Oh, huh. Quitting app. I'm gonna open it back up. It's just, I think, slow right now. I'm gonna let it load this time. Whatever. And I did it again. Well, as you can see, it's not really working too well for me, but it works. And you press the power button. You can stand by, restart, or shut down, so you do shut down. Takes 2 seconds to turn off. And there you have Remix OS on any PC that you ever want. If you like this video, please rate, comment, give it a thumbs up.